So what are we doing here?
We're gonna make a lemon meringue pie. I like to do it out on saran wrap. It's a lot easier to handle, a lot easier to pick up the whole pie crust as a whole, like a lot easier to clean up.
And it was cold, wasn't it?
It was cold, yeah. You want it cold, but you gotta let it set for a little bit. If it's too cold, it'll crack. But if it's too warm, it won't roll out right.
Do you not like the handles?
No, I don't. The handles are annoying. Okay, maybe those are kind of nice. This was actually one of my better pie crusts. Always so many eggs for all the pie. Separating the egg yolks by hand is by far the easiest, breaks the least amount of yolks. Cornstarch is what helps it to set. Pro tip, zest your oranges before you juice them. You'll see me zesting them later and it was not the easiest thing. Gorgeous pie crust. It was not easy to zest those lemons after I juiced them. That lemon filling cooks really fast, and I actually added the egg yolks later than what I wanted to. Oh, gorgeous.
That was a cool
gorgeous flake. Oh, and I picked the worst possible cup choice. I picked that 2-cup Pyrex
There's
measuring
no room
cup,
in
and
there.
there is no room for that whisk. Yeah, so that's actually about the consistency you want when you're adding the eggs already. But I'm just now tempering my yolks.
And we temper those so that we don't burn.
Yes, so you don't curdle your eggs. If you pour them in all hot, then it'll curdle. So you got to temper them, warm them up a little bit. You were saying it's really interesting that the yellow actually mostly comes from the yolks.
Yeah, before you put the yolks in, it was like white.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how when we go to do our orange meringue, how that color comes out. Oh, here's the meringue adventure.
That's cream of tartar, isn't
Cream of tartar, yep, it adds acid, and acid helps it to whip up better. Some people use lemon juice, lime juice, lots of different things. Just an acid doesn't, and if you don't have it, you don't have to put it in there. It just kind of helps it to whip up it a little easier.
So do you add your sugar in? Obviously, you don't add your sugar in at the beginning. You add your sugar in
Right.
through.
Egg whites are a little finicky when whipping, and so a lot of times you'll whip them up to soft peaks first, and then add your sugar in after that. Oh, how it could go for a stand mixer. Christmas is coming.
Now, at this point, we thought something weird happened.
Oh yeah. Well, I was sitting there, and I'm used to whipping cream. So we actually thought it had deflated and went to a new one, and got to the same point, and we were like, "There's no way."
It did the same thing.
There's no way that it happened twice. So we just kept going, and eventually, look, we got stiff peaks. We went back later and whipped up the other one, and tried to fold chambord into it, but then it just deflated as soon as we touched it. Now this came out a lot more brown on the top. The pictures that I had seen of it and what I imagined of it was just kind of the taller points of meringue were brown, and the rest of it was mostly white. But this turned out rather brown, but it didn't affect the flavor at all.
It tasted delicious.
It actually almost tasted sort of caramelized. I don't know if I had a higher temperature than I should have or what, but it was still delicious. It's a good looking pie.
And then we couldn't eat this till the next day.
Yeah. We have to chill it for 4 hours.
What is that on top of the pie?
So we had put saran wrap over it and let it chill overnight. There was some moisture on the saran wrap, on the top of the saran wrap, dripped off on top of the meringue.
Okay.
Oh.
That was such a good cut. Such a clean cut. See the pockets in there?
Yeah.
And the crust? Oh, yeah.